Hello everybody and welcome to this video about market profile builder quick tutorial. In this video we're going to go through the different properties that you can set, and we're going to go through the toolbar buttons to show the profiles in many different ways. First of all, I'm going to apply here a new chart. I'm going to choose the crude oil market, a 15-minute chart, 100 days, and I want to have a trading hours that include two sessions, the overnight and the pit session. And for crude oil, I have one here called the Dalton CL overnight session. And I'm going to bring the chart here. So what I have right now is a crude oil chart that includes both session, the overnight session, as well as the pit session. Now I'm going to apply the market profile builder by right-clicking on your mouse, and I choose the indicators option. And I'm going to apply the market profile builder indicator. That indicator should be in your indicator list here on the left. So just for displaying purposes here, I'm going to change a few property, but I'll come back to that a little bit later. All right, so this is the market profile builder. What it does, this indicator, is that it builds a market profile for each and every session that you have on the screen. And this is the market profile. You won't see letters from the market profile. You're going to see only bars that represent the time spent at each price. So it's not like a usual market profile package. You don't have letters. You cannot split or merge profiles together. This is only an indicator that calculates automatically market profile based on time. Not volume, but on time, and it's not displaying any letters. So what you see is a market profile. So now the second thing that I would like to also mention here is that this indicator works only on the chart type minute. So you cannot apply, for example, a point and figure chart or a range chart or a volume chart. You know, it has to be a minute chart. So right now, this is this indicator. We're gonna go through the toolbar buttons at the top. We have 5 buttons. The first one on the left is called the stats window. If you click on this, you're gonna have access to different statistics about the profiles displayed on the screen. And these stats are related to TPOs. The total number of TPOs for the profile, how many TPOs at the POC, and how many TPOs above and below it. You have the TPO, the POC level, as well as the high and low value area levels. We have stats about the range for the profile, the high, the low, and what is the halfback level. And we have different stats here for the context, like the quality of the high and the low. Is it a good high, a good low, or a pour or a high or a polo or a buying tail or a selling tail. And you have the letters um, where the high occurred as well as the low. So with that stats window, when you scroll through the profiles, you're going to have access to the one that your mouse is hovering on. Now, the next 4 button, it is related on how you want the profiles to be displayed. By default, it is set to all profiles, meaning that we're going to display all profiles for all sessions. If you click on the session 1, you're going to be displaying only the overnight session. And if you click on session 2, you will see only the pit profiles session. And if you click on selected, now you have the option to see which profile you want. Let's say, for example, here I would like to have today's pit session. So I put my mouse here just where I want to see my profile, and I just double click on it. So here I have the pit session profile. If I double click here, I have the current overnight session profile. Let's say I would like to have the previous pit session profile. I just double click on it. So in short, with the selected option, you just choose which profile you want to be displayed. And if you have already a profile displayed there and you want to hide it, you just double click on the profile once again, and it's going to disappear. So I'm going to set it back to all profile property. So now we're going to go through the indicator window, where we can set different kind of properties here. From the configuration category, we have the profile minutes, which by default is set to 30, and this is the number of minutes that you want to build the profile. So what you're seeing by default here are 30-minute profile. But let's say that I would like to build profile based on 5-minute bars. So I'm going to change from 30 to 5, and it's going to take a few seconds to build. But now what you will see are profiles, but based on 5-minute bar. You see that they look a little bit different because now they're based on 5-minute bar. So we're going to go back to the property window. On the next category, under the display, you can set a bunch of properties there, like the mode display type. By default, it is set to all, and this is related to these 4 buttons here, all, session 1, session 2, and selected. And this is what you want to see when you open the indicator by default. So by default, it is set to all, but you can change to any kind of other session, like the 1, the 2, or the selected. Show the text window. This is the text window here. So by default, it is set to false. When you open the indicator, it's going to be hidden. But if you check that box, it's going to be showing as soon as you load the indicator by default. After that, we have properties related to how you want to calculate the extreme, the poor and the strong extreme. How many ticks you consider that this is a poor high or poor low? And how many ticks you want to consider buying and selling tails? The next four properties are related to colors. So by default, the value area color in the out is set to brown, and the out of value area color is set to gray here. But you can change the colors to any of your liking. And these two colors are related to the stat box window, the background color and the text color. And the last two properties here that you can set is related to the how you want to see the underlying profiles, its opacity, and its bar thickness. So by default, I think it is set to 101, but I changed those because I wanted to have a better visibility for the profile. So I set the opacity to 50 and the bar thickness to 1. Let's say that I change here the bar thickness from 3 to 1. So you're going to see here
Connection lost.
the difference. So I clicked on apply. It's going to take a few seconds. But now you're going to see the bar thickness at 1 instead of 3. So it's going to be a little bit more invisible. So you really have to play with these two properties here and set them to how you want to show here your underlying market profiles. So that's it for this video. I thank you very much for watching this video, and happy trading.